Report cards. We've all been there. According to Peter P. Afflerbeck and Peter H. Johnston, in elementary school, report cards are generally seen as the central communication to the home about a child's school progress. They're a time-honored tradition. If you don't know, report cards, according to John A. Ross and Lynn Koschuk, provide differentiated evidence of performance. There is a grade for each subject and often a score for a particular strand of performance. Whether you dreaded getting them and tried to stop your parents from seeing, or got straight A's, we've all relied on report cards to tell us how good or bad we were doing in school. And it was pretty easy to tell whether you were doing good or bad from a quick glance. If you got straight A's and B's, it meant that you were doing good, right?
But what does it mean to apply number to a letter of learning? And what learning is considered most important according to traditional report cards? Should report cards rely on a number, letters, percentages? Do you remember how it felt when you received an A? How about a D? How did this affect how you thought about yourself or how your peers thought about you? According to John A. Ross and Lynn Koschuk, most kids rely on report cards to tell them their value.
Ross and Koschuk say that report cards are especially important sources of efficacy information for younger children because the self-appraisals of children under the age of 10 or 11 are unstable and weakly correlated with measured achievement.
According to Ryan Rumble, there's conflict surrounding the decision of the Calgary Board of Education to grade students in K-9 with the 1 to 4 number scale system, which really steps apart from the traditional letter grades and percentages we've always seen. Members of the Wild Rose Party are referring to the number scale as so broad it's meaningless. As students receive numbers from 1 indicating not meeting to 4 indicating excellent on each outcome in the course, parents strongly feel that the biggest issue we are looking at in the number system is that it doesn't give the teachers the ability to tell parents how their children are actually doing. Crazy!
So, what's the alternative? In 2017, the Ontario Liberal government released their plan to implement a new type of report card in their province. According to Christian Rushaway of the Toronto Star, the new report cards were expected to include teacher evaluations on transferable skills, with less of a focus on areas like organization that are a part of the work habits section on current report cards. They were also supposed to retain the marks section. These transferable skills would include such skills as critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. While it would have been interesting to see the results of these revamped report cards, the Ontario provincial election ensured they would not be implemented as planned. As Megan Gilmore mentions in Reporting on Report Cards, students can learn and be assessed without report cards. Homeschooled children, for example, may never receive report cards for their entire primary and secondary education and still excel academically.
As pre-service teachers, we want students to understand that
Learning is more than just the report card marks that you get.
wouldn't it?